August 17th, 7 p.m., and this is the City of Brainerd City Council Safety and Public Works Committee. We have 3 posted agenda items. Mr. Engineer, anything you'd like to add?
Mr. Chair.
Jan or Wayne, anything you'd like to add?
No.
All right, we'll go with the 3 we got. First up is improvement 20-09, the Laurel Street Bridge repair final cost. Mr. Engineer, Paul, do you want to walk us through it? Looks pretty good, actually, I thought.
Yeah, so this a time and materials contract with Landwehr Construction. They came proposal to us for rates and hourly equipment time, and the is the amount of hours that were spent repairing the washout under the bridge, and all subsequent invoicing. They did a very, very nice job, very commendable work in a very timely manner. So it was very appreciative that they came and did this for us at such a reasonable cost. I was about 60,000, but the final costs, the T&M costs were $38,219.02. So all in all, turned out really, really well down there. It's going to be a long-term fix. We did other things to the bridge now that should solve the washout issue underneath it. So very comfortable with the final product and what we've done to stop the washout from happening underneath there. And so we feel like this is a long-term fix and it was money well spent. So.
Paul, my only question is there's a lot of bills from subcontractors. Are they included in the total?
Yes, they are. That was the material cost for concrete, seating costs and things like that.
So no more subs will be billing us directly going. All right. Jan or Wayne, any questions? Either of you like to move to approve the I guess it's not the final cost to Landwehr Construction for Laurel Street Bridge repair and the total time and materials cost of $38,219.02, depending on approval, of course, by P&F agenda bills and payments.
Lambert, so moved.
Erickson, second.
Any further discussion? Paul, will you call the roll?
Lambert?
Yes.
Erickson?
Yes.
Bevins?
Yes, and just a last comment, boy, I really thought Landwehr did a good job to get in and out of there quick. Keep traffic moving. Any comments from the fire department? I mean.
So we had some time involved in that too. Landwehr didn't provide any traffic control, so I really put it on our street department to provide traffic control and keep lanes open and things and work with Landwehr on a daily basis to make sure that traffic and everything was flowing well. So no, the fire department was stuff behind the fire department there, and it just helped having that space. So we were able to get that work done, protect the bridge, and they were able to do their work also. So
that makes sense now, hearing that our street department was also involved, because it really went. I drive that intersection multiple times a day, and they were on it at 6 a.m. and in and out of there quick. So thanks to Landwehr and our street department. All right, item number 2 is improvements 1321, 1909, 1916, 1920, and 1921. That's our Northeast Brainerd construction. Paul, this is change order number 3. What's up with this one?
Okay, so this was for a subcut on B Street, right between McDonald's and the Cashwise Liquor there. They ran into some very unsuitable material that wasn't draining out. It was very wet and soft when they were trying to put the road back together and get the curb down. We authorized Anderson Brothers to subcut that area 2 feet, which is just basically digging out the existing material, putting fabric down, a separation fabric, and then bringing in clean backfill and grading it out so the curb could be placed. We had originally estimated about twice as much as what was needed. So you'll see that the change order amount is about $41,002. The actual amount we're going to be paying Anderson Brothers for that work is about $20,700. We approved the change order before the work got done. They used over half of the amount that we had authorized them to use, so we kept pretty close tabs on them. We just dug out what was needed, and they used about half the quantities that we had estimated originally. So we're looking to approve that change order. Obviously, we'll approve at the $41,000 mark, but under the assumption that it's going to be $20,700 payout.
Got it. Any questions, Jan or Wayne?
No,
Mr. Chair, I do have a question. Is this just because of the time this road was made that there's this kind of air, or is it just, is it,
You know, since we borings on projects, Jan, there's a lot of times, especially in Northeast and in Southeast, where we usually don't plan for subcuts unless we know for a fact that the soils are very poor. Some of the streets over in Southeast, like Portland and St. Louis, and things that we see surface damage going on, we'll actually put in the plan to subcut those roads right in the project plan.
mhm.
In Northeast, that wasn't really evident on the surface of the road. And if we don't do soil borings, we don't know typically what the underlying soils are. And they were all good except for about one block. And so we don't usually plan for subcuts unless we can see it at the surface. And these are some, we want to make sure we have a good road foundation. And so we usually, most projects will have a subcut. This one we didn't plan any subcut on, but we ended up having to have some.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Any further questions? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve staff's recommendation for the total amount of $41,002 on these projects?
Erickson moves the motion to accept.
Lambert second.
Perfect. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Paul, will you call the roll?
Lambert,
Yes.
Erickson,
Yes,
Bevins.
Yes, that motion will be moved on to the city council. Lastly, improvement 16-09 and 1907, that's the Buffalo Hills Lane and Mississippi Drive reconstruction. Change order number 4, kind of a blast from the past.
Yes, so we've actually finalized this project out now, so you'll be seeing the final payment. Couple of issues with the storm pond drainage, and so this change order was for regrading some of the areas of the storm pond. We have right where the low spot is in Buffalo Hills Lane, where the storm goes from the street and cuts over into the pond. Where we placed a lot of fill, we kind of channelized the water flow, which over these last couple of rain events, we've had some issues with washing out right where the fill met the existing properties there. And so what staff ended up doing is we worked with both the property owners and our street department to do some of the cleanup and things from these washouts. But then we ultimately came up with basically a secondary design so that we can intercept that stormwater and try to about cut it in half. So what we did is we put in another run of pipe and another inlet into the storm pond, and we regraded some of the areas of the storm pond that we had graded previously so that the drainage was diverted into the pond instead of channelizing and washing out in some of those properties back there. So this change order is for that work. We authorized Kramer to come in and do this work for us. They had some seeding and things that had to take place. The total change order amount is $46,822.73. That was more of a time and materials kind of contract. We worked with them very closely to get things to work well back there. The grade and the pond, everything changed so much back there that this was kind of one of those things that really wasn't anticipated or expected when we were constructing it. And it's one of those things that pops up over a course of a summer where things are starting to green up and things. And we noticed that there's a couple of issues over by the pond, and we got them resolved. The project is finally out, so to be seen on the council agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Sandy. Any questions of the engineer, Jan or Wayne? Yeah, Jan.
Paul, and this, the pond is gonna be able to handle as much water as we put in there then, right? Okay,
Yeah, the pond was actually about double the size it needed to be, Jan.
Okay.
We had so much room over there that we oversized the pond, and actually all these big rain events we've been having, it's never actually overflowed into our overflow structure. It just continually dumps in and soaks in, so it hasn't actually, with all the heavy rains we've had this summer, it hasn't touched that overflow scupper yet. So
fantastic.
it's working well. It's doing what it was intended to do.
That's great.
Thank you. Hearing nothing else, is there a motion to approve the attached change order number 4 for these two improvements for $46,820.73?
Lambert, so move.
Erickson, second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Engineer, please call the roll.
Lambert,
Yes.
Erickson,
Yes.
Bevins.
Yes. All right, that's our 3 items. We will be adjourned. Wayne, you have my cell phone number, or Paul's if you have problems getting on.
Give me it.
I'm 218-821-9035.
Thank you.
On the internet, just in case you have a problem, call one of us. Don't wait till 7:31.
Thank you.
All right, we're adjourned.
See you guys.
Thank you, Paul.
Later.